What's up everybody, it's RobinGaming here. So Microsoft just had their Gamescom press conference, of course, and I'm going to be doing my review in a bit. You'll see that on my channel very soon, but of course I had to quickly make a short video on the news that surprised everyone. That was probably the biggest announcement they had at this year's Gamescom, and that is that they actually bought the exclusivity for Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is the sequel to the Tomb Raider reboot that we saw in 2013 and in 2014 on next-gen consoles. But yeah, of course, that came out on all platforms, you know, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and now this new one, Microsoft bought the rights to it, apparently. You know, they're saying right now it's coming exclusively to Xbox One, but if that's really the case, I mean, you know, we can't be too sure yet if it's actual real exclusivity based on Microsoft's history, because of course we know that they really tend to do this quite a lot. With Dead Rising 3, with Rise Son of Rome, those games are now also coming to PC like a year later. They do this all the time, where Microsoft, compared to Sony, they don't really invest in studios making exclusive games for them a lot. What they rather invest their money in is just games itself, just like buying exclusivity rights, you know, for those games to come out on Xbox, and then they could still later come out on other platforms at a different point in time. Of course, the biggest thing you should take away from this though is that it's a great move by them, and people are getting crazy, you know, fans are getting insane on Twitter, on websites, you know, hate mails, hate comments at Square Enix right now. It's all very understandable, because there's a lot of Tomb Raider fans out there that of course don't just play on Xbox. But then again, like I said, it is a great move by Microsoft, because they make, you know, the people who don't play on Xbox really want to, you know, buy an Xbox just to play Rise of the Tomb Raider. So, oh no, what is there really to say about this? We know Microsoft has the money, we know they can do stuff like this, and they're very famous for doing it as well. So, yeah, I guess the biggest surprise to me was just that when they announced Rise of the Tomb Raider, they were basically just saying it was going to be coming to all platforms. You know, nobody really had any doubts that this was going to be some kind of exclusive or whatever. No, this was actually going to be coming to all platforms. But it seems that, you know, in that time, in these 2 months between Gamescom and E3, yeah, Microsoft bought exclusivity rights for the game, which is great. But I don't really think, you know, to be honest, if you'd really have to ask me, I'd say the question isn't really on if Rise of the Tomb Raider is coming to PlayStation 4 and PC, but rather when. You know, how long is that time gap going to be? I don't believe the story is that this is going to be a full, you know, exclusive game to Xbox One. I don't believe that. I think it is going to be coming to other platforms, you know, later on at some point. Yeah, the question is just when. Is that going to take a year? Is that going to take 2 years, or just a couple of months? I would probably say Rise of the Tomb Raider will release holiday 2015 on the Xbox One, and probably holiday 2016 on PC and PS4. That's the way I would see it. The very interesting thing about it to me is that we are now going to have the battle between Uncharted 4 on PS4 and then Rise of the Tomb Raider on the Xbox One. You know, 2 very comparable games on 2 big competitors, you know, platforms. That's just going to be awesome to see that battle between those games. It's really going to be, yeah, great to see what's going to happen there. But for now, of course, I would like to know your thoughts on this. Are you pissed that Rise of the Tomb Raider isn't going to be coming to PS4 and PC, at least for now? And yeah, what are your whole thoughts on this thing? You know, do you think it's a smart move by Microsoft? Because I definitely think it is. I mean, buying exclusivity rights to such a big franchise, to such a big game, is just, you know, an awesome thing for them, and it's surely going to make a lot of people buy an Xbox One. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you a lot for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.